Another thing that, like kids are on phone, yes. And with teens, I'll address two things. I'll put them one by one. The first thing that, obviously can't go without addressing media, plays such a big role in their lives. I mean, most of the things that you get to know is through media, whether it is through, with body also. If they want to go, say, everybody wants to become a bodybuilder these days. My daughter just a few days ago, she tells me that, Mama, आपके time की heroines भी voluptuous हुआ करती थी. For us, our heroines also so skinny that I have to get summer ready. Now winters are going and I need to get summer ready now. And she's gymming. So I was like, those fads, I mean, where is it? Where to draw the line? And with media, it's a big influence. I've seen kids getting into anxiety, kids getting into depression. They tend to go lonely. So I know in the live, we can't discuss. Sorry. Yeah. It's a very vast topic to discuss for a live, but yes, few points that you would like us to reflect upon. How to help our kids become stronger, the teens, especially with body imaging, and how should we as a parent be able to tell them that tum theek ho, अच्छे हो, accept the way you are, and go ahead.
The tricky part, Prerna, out here is it is never one big talk with the children. It is always small little pennies which are dropped right from early childhood. It is, and of course, in today's time, it is media, education, and digital literacy has become all the more important. In fact, somewhere in 2018, even Ministry of Education also came up with a cyber safety manual for adolescents, which never happened before, right? So in today's time, of course, it is important. But then you can imagine what's happening. Suppose a child right from three years of age,
yes,
gets to, in his or her own on-demand manner, gets to watch whether YouTube, whether Netflix. The biggest challenge which happens is of user profiling as compared to just a generation back. It's just 10 years, maximum 10 years, right? This is the first generation who is growing up with on-demand user profile.
Yes.
Right. Before that, it was more the catering audience was the age group was much worse. Child would watch something, and some advertisement would be there targeting the adult, some advertisement targeting the child. Now, can you imagine if the app or the software or the program knows it's a child who is watching? Can you imagine the influence that they hold here?
Yes.
Then, the parents who are trying to tell the child something, when the child goes into the socio-economy outside in the society, the child sees something, but then the child is also building world views from the net, which becomes a very strong and big source of information. Can you imagine if the child sees, I think there is some Mr. Beast or something who starts throwing money? Can you imagine that when the child is seeing it and child starts thinking, wow, or another child when sees princesses' houses or those kind of series. And another tricky thing, Prerna, is about how much time is the child spending.
Yes.
If in the previous time, the child was spending, say, maybe the series was coming maybe once in a week maximum, right? Or maybe, daily, maybe for half an hour. Today, the child can actually sit and watch back-to-back series for 4 hours.
Yes.
So can you imagine the amount of influence it can happen?
Yes.
Between that, the targeted advertisement, you look at any of the avatars, you look at video games, look at how a typical male body looks like, look at how a typical female body looks like. And when the child is continuously looking, child is saying, start looking at his, like Barbie dolls, if there was a time, now they are changing the Barbie dolls size proportions a little bit so that it's not gravity defying. But then, the child looks at his or her body and says, oh my God. That's one. And second thing is social media. Can you imagine a stage where the child is still building his or her self-identity, and at that time the child is made to think that post yourself and see how many likes you're going to get. It's going to shatter. It is going to shatter the self-image of the child.
Yes.
So no matter how the parents start saying, no, 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 don't worry. So what, your photograph got only 10 likes or 50 likes. The other, your friends got 200 likes. Can you imagine how comparative it can be? So it is important in today's time to guide the children and educate the children, not just as a one small talk. Right. But then biggest challenge, Prerna, that happens when we are trying to guide or educate the children is if it becomes like a ping pong game. You think you are towards the other side of the net, right? So you start saying, choose me or the device. Let's not be like that. You have to be the partner, the mixed double partner of the child. You have to be
Yes.
on the platform of the child and then educate the child. Right? There is another interesting thing, Prerna, because like I said, only this generation is the one who is growing. There are no rules, right? We
Yes.
are still building the rules. I'm sure when the fire was discovered, initially, I'm sure there will be, or electricity for that matter, the accidents rate would be higher.
Yes.
That slowly we start understanding, my goodness, it is dangerous as well. Let's put the rules, like the way the digital rules are being worked upon now, right?
Right. Right.
Similarly, see, where will the child get modeling how to use the devices? When the
Yes.
when the parent, as a parent, if I'm on the device and when my child comes behind me, I said, what are you watching? Do your work. Well, as a
Hmm.
parent,
Hmm.
you have to open it up. You have to be
Yes.
comfortable if your child watches behind. Probably it disciplines us also a little bit. So the challenge has to come from us that, hello, if you are on public network, there is no privacy, right? If everybody else is watching, let your child watch that. How do you use the device? Maybe
Exactly.
we will come out of a few groups which are not adding any value to us. Maybe we'll keep our phone sanitized because of that. So we have
True.
to open up. Yeah.
A lot of, I'm sure that most of the parents are going to look into themselves now and first see that what we are doing and then understand what the child is doing. And yes, आपने सही बोला कि the teenage problems are for real. It's not something that they are making it. They are
Yeah.
real problems that our kids are facing. Though